I got so far behind in my book reviews that I read the entire Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy and haven't made a single review. I was going to do each book individually, but now that we're here, I think maybe just the whole series as a whole. Let's see. Should you read it? The question that I got asked the most when I was reading the series and I was telling people that I was reading the series is, oh, I've heard it's really YA. Do you like it? We're going to have to give it a pass on the fact that it's a high school girl who's doing her job better than the police. You also have to give it a pass on the fact that there's just no way that a small town would have this many big things happening to it. If you give it a pass on those two things, I think you're really going to enjoy the series. What I do like about the YA mystery thriller is that the author makes it very easy for you to keep up. So if you're bad at remembering little details, you'll be fine. Another thing that I love about YA thrillers is that they're not super gory. I don't know why the cheating trope is so popular in this genre, but there's none of that here, so I love that. There is some really good character development that our FMC Pippa goes through between the first, second, and third book. Now that I finished the whole series, I think I liked the first book the least. Not that I didn't like it, but the ending did seem very chaotic, and it seemed like there were just a bunch of things crammed in, like a bunch of crimes. It was a little bit overwhelming. The second book I thought was so good. There's a new trajectory for her future now that she's involved herself in this investigating crime thing. In the first book, she's investigating a murder that happened like 5 years ago. Well, I don't think necessarily that this person had done it. But then in the second book, it was a little bit foreshadowed in the first book, but it really didn't have anything to do with that plot. But then we kind of go back to that story in the third book, making the second book seem kind of irrelevant, even though I did enjoy it. The second book did take a little bit longer to get into, but at specifically 46%, it was like bam, and then I was hooked. The main character really goes through this struggle between what's good and what's bad, and where's like the definite line between the two. I really like it when characters have like a moral struggle. The main complaint in the third book is that I feel like the pacing was a little bit off. I would have liked to have seen more tension and obstacles that they had to overcome in the second half. I did like how the second and the third book take on like a darker tone, and in the third book for sure it definitely gets dark. Overall, I really enjoyed this series. If you're not a picky reader, if you're just here for a good time, a good ride, this is a great one for you. I definitely recommend the audiobook experience. The full cast was awesome. It's got sound effects. It sounds like an actual true crime podcast. Scenes where she's interviewing people, at least. If you want, there's a 30-day free trial of Audible in my bio. And I promise more book reviews are coming.